welcome everyone. Welcome. If you're feeling like things aren't going well, you might feel like stuck. You might be thinking this is all there is. I don't know what you're telling yourself in this moment. I hope it finds you positive and moving forward. But if it doesn't, you're in the right place. This is the Life Reset Lunchtime. We're going to take a couple minutes here, about 10 minutes, give you something positive, share maybe a story, some insight into your day so you can improve your day and take something. I have a special guest with me today. Before I get in, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. Today's my birthday. I'm feeling the love from everybody that's poured out. So I really, really, truly appreciate that. And I'm really appreciating to be on with Dave Chemetsky here, hailing out of New York, and an incredible story. Peace, love, and bring a bat is Dave's signature brand. There's a whole incredible story behind Dave's brand. So because we're on here for lunchtime and it's going to be short, I want to get right into it. So I'm going to turn it over to Dave right now. Dave, I see you got a Rangers shirt on. First of all, you know we're from Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, I know you were from Philadelphia. I feel bad. I know the Flyers, but it's actually not about the Philly New York thing. The Ranger jersey is today's the first anniversary of one of my best friends passing, and we buried him today. And I wore the Ranger jersey, and that's why I'm wearing it today. It's really in honor of him. And the tie-in is that I always talk about is we don't know how much time we have, and we make promises. And that's really, one of the things that I love to talk about because that's how we need to overcome our limiting beliefs and keep those promises that we make to ourselves and to others.
Yeah, and Dave, what I love about you, every time I talk with you, I learn more. But your story of your own reset was a deep dive.
Yeah.
But also, I always learn about what you're doing for somebody else. You have a servant's heart. And you got a great brand, which is, you can talk a little bit about that. But I just want to share like that every conversation I learn about something you're doing in the community or for a friend. You always seem to be looking for ways to serve others. And so, if you want to just share a little bit about that contrast to like your reset to be able to get here on live, because one different decision, one move, one life turn a different way, and you and I aren't on this video today. So
the brand is actually it's Your Time to Soar. That was the name of my book that came out in December. When your heart says it's your time to soar, it's really about soaring. Well, one of the spokes of my brand is that peace, love, and bring a bat. I enjoy talking about peace and love because we have to find that within ourselves and find out the obstacles that come in our way. And that's a lot of the things that I do. So even when I started off talking about the promises, it's because I had this friend for 35 years who died unexpectedly. And you make promises, to your friends, to your partner, to yourself, and we don't always follow through. But when my friend passed away, he left an 82-year-old mother who had Alzheimer's. And I always said I would help take care of her if he would go away for his girlfriend or things like that. But what do? Is, last man standing. I could have said very easily. And, I had a fight to get not residential custody. That's a divorce. I had to be a guardian for his mom because legally I had no, standing.
Right.
And, dealing with this woman who had Alzheimer's, so she couldn't communicate really for herself. But you make promises, and it's one of those things. When you look yourself in the mirror, I have a story for myself about rising from the ashes. So that's why when I talk to people about it's your time to soar, when you have to rise out of the ashes and soar, what do? And it becomes a long journey in our lives. And when we do it, man, it really is. We fall down 7 times, get up 8. And how do you get through the ashes of your life to wanting to soar? It's an internal thing, like the promises we make for ourselves.
Yes, and you have your own reset. You want to share like?
Yeah, sure.
What critical moment? Just to give people a little bit of background, because I want to say Dave's going to be joining us next week. Everyone, we're going to have a full blown 90-minute summit every day next week at 7 o'clock. We're going to go live starting Monday, February 27th through Friday, March 3rd. We're going to be live every single day. And Dave, before you answer that, I just want to share the themes for next week are going to be self-care is going to be number one. 2 is going to be challenges, inhibitions, and dealing with uncertainty. 3 is going to be rediscovering your true authentic self. 4 is going to be creativity. And 5 is going to be decision. And that's something that we're going to hit. So we're going to hit these topics next week. We're going to go in sequence. We're going to start with self-care on Monday. Tuesday, we'll have the challenges that we go through to create a reset. Mm-hmm. 3 is the rediscovering of ourselves, especially if we've lived a certain way for a long time. We need to rediscover. And I know you, all these themes are in your story. Creativity. And that's why I love, you got the time to soar. The peace, love, bring a bat is very catchy. I love that. And then obviously the decision. So Dave, you reset, and then we'll close things up here. And I'm so glad you were able to join me today.
Yeah. So my reset. I mean, I've had a couple of resets in life, like most of us. I've had the Phoenix moments. I'll call them, Phoenix moments, where I rise out of the ashes. One of the first ones was when I was going through a divorce, and then just recently, about 4 years ago, I tried. Even though I knew all the right resources, I tried to kill myself because of life getting too heavy, and that was a reset. But that was the reset that really I needed to, because I needed to reset everything. I needed to build back from my foundation. I knew all the right resources, so I knew how to build the house that is Dave, that is peace, love, and bring a bat, that is your time to soar. And you just need to know the right resources, find the right resources, and use them. That would be the one thing I would tell your audience. Not only knowing it, but using them. And that was where I had my biggest mistake, is I wasn't using my resources. Now I do.
And now I do. And now you are a resource.
Of course.
And I just want to share this. Dave is going to be with us next week. Dave, do you know what days you're going to be with us next week?
Definitely Mondays are always good for me. And then it all depends. I could be in for parts of each one of those other days.
That works for us. So Dave's going to be with us Monday. That'll be the self-care segment. And Rich, thanks, Rich. I'm glad you're here. Rich, yes, these streams are going to go on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and they will be kept up there for a period of time. I don't know how long. I'll figure that out later. Right now, we want to get as many people on this as you can. I'll be sharing links out. This is just a little teaser. I want to get you to meet some of the folks that are going to be joining us next week. Every day, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be streaming live about 90 minutes. We're going to have a panel discussion. And listen, you see how Dave was able to share his story today? I mean, and I got to believe that wasn't as easy when you were going through that. But because you've accessed the resources like the summit we're going to do, and you're able to talk about it like this, the idea is that it reaches, even one person can make a huge difference in someone's life who's contemplating negative thoughts about themselves or others. And it's showing up in their behavior because they're in a season of life. We want to reach that person and say, hey, join this summit and be a part of this. And Dave will be with us Monday.
Yep, no, definitely. And I think that's the big key, is always look for the light out of the darkness for each one of us. There's always an answer.
Yep. So Dave, as we close, what are you excited to tackle on Monday? Is there something particular you want to go in deeper next Monday at 7 when we do the
next Monday, I'm going to teach everybody their reset button. I talk about it all the time, about rubbing your hands or touching yourself in a special way to heal yourself. But it really is, it's using your body's own chemistry to heal yourself and to reset yourself, to get you that breath of air. It's like when you're running, you need to catch your breath. That's exactly what we need to do. And everybody, once you learn that, as in your language, get that reset, that's the power, and it unleashes the power within.
Beautiful. So everyone, tomorrow I'll be back every day this week. I'm going to be here for lunchtime for a short, we're about to close out here. So every day we're going to be here lunchtime this week. And then Friday, we're going to have a extended. And then next week, so we got 2 weeks here. I just want to make sure I'm communicating the correct way. So the big thing is next week. That's going to be every day at 7. And we're doing it at 7 because people typically work. So we're going to do it 7 o'clock starting Monday, February 27th. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way to March 3rd. Every night at 7 o'clock. We're going to be on for about 90 minutes, plus or minus. But this week, I'm going to have another guest with me tomorrow. So tomorrow at noon, we'll be on for like 10, 12 minutes, whatever the number is. So you can get to meet these people, get a positive message, see what resonates with you, and see what you want to be a part of. And we're here. I'm here. I'm pouring my heart into this. Lisa, thank you for being here today. Rich, great. Definitely connect with Dave. Dave, make sure you drop your links in the chat here, and when you get off.
Yep.
So everyone, that's what we have for you today. I'll be back here tomorrow at 12 noon with another guest. And Dave, will you be able to join us on Friday? I can't remember. We determined.
Friday, I might be able to. I'm out of town, so it all depends on timing.
That's right. You're traveling. Okay. So, but anyway, this week we're going to have a lot of good insight for you. And next week, let me leave you with a question, right? Have you felt stuck? Have you felt like you're stagnating? Or do you feel like you're spinning your wheels and you're like, man, no matter what I do, I can't seem to get to the insight that I need? Well, if that's you, or you know somebody like that, please get them in front of this content. This is what they need right now. We need to look for that reset, and we need to create some certainty in the uncertainty. We're dealing with a lot of uncertainty collectively, and I know many people are dealing with uncertainty. And like Dave said, avoid going into the closet, get out and access resources. So that's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing it. So if we reach you when it matters, that's important to us to be able to reach you. So everyone, I'll be back tomorrow at 12 noon. And again, a little longer today because I want to thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. Today's my birthday. I'm feeling the love. And I'll tell you, I wasn't always a person to celebrate or appreciate as much as I do now in my life. So when I meet people like Dave, like Rich, who I recently connected with, like Lisa, who's somebody I grew up with, like these relationships, as we cultivate them and we can look past people's quirks and misgivings, we can go deeper and love people deeper, and we can get to places that people want to be at. They want to get to those places. So Dave, thank you so much for being here today. Everyone, we'll see you tomorrow at 12 noon, back here again with Life Reset Lunchtime. And the playbox will be up. Thank you, Dave.
Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.